Hello everybody, today back in another video. Alright, my test on the road. It's time to do a video about Novak Djokovic, who is through to the 4th round at Australian Open for the 17th time in his career. Yeah, guys, you hear it right. He is through to the Australian Open 4th round for the 17th time in his career. Novak Djokovic, after a solid performance against Machac, a match that I thought that he will have, that Machac will be his first test, not big test. It is different between test and it is different between big test. This was Novak's first test in the tournament to see where his level is at. Because the first two matches that he played, it was players that was outside top 100 and he dropped sets against both of those two players. This was a player that was inside top 30. Thomas Machac is a top 30 player who has defeated him in the past, which was, of course, not in Grand Slams, but it was he has at least defeated Djokovic. That is not everybody who has done. Just ask Gael Monfils. So, when I was seeing this match, I was thinking to myself, how in hell has this guy, Thomas Machac, defeated Djokovic? First of all, Thomas Machac has a very, very weak serve. Djokovic, the serve battle, it was not even. It was not even close. Djokovic has much better serve than Thomas Machac. Djokovic has better power than Thomas Machac in serves. Djokovic has better precision than Thomas Machac in spot serving. Djokovic was dominating the serve. Alright. If this was not enough, when it was baseline rallies, Djokovic had the upper hand. Especially in that first set where Djokovic gave Thomas Machac a breadstick. 6-1. In the second set, things started to change for Thomas Machac. Djokovic looked exhausted. Djokovic looked like he could barely run out there. And we have seen this kind of script before. It is not the first time. So I have seen Djokovic looking exhausted many times. So I knew he will recover. But the difference is now that he's not 25 years old anymore, which he said after the match when they asked him, why did you look that tired? Look, I'm not 19 years old anymore. That was his answer, which I understand. So it was not wrong with Djokovic, particularly in the physicality. It was just that this was not anything new. We knew that, and we have known that for a long time. Djokovic physicality, Djokovic stamina absolutely is not as good nowadays that it used to be 5 to 10 years ago. So that was not something new. But he can come away against players like Machac. Because Machac doesn't have the tools. From the baseline, like I said, Djokovic was dominating Machac even there. From when it was long rallies, over 15, 20, 25 shots, Djokovic was winning all of those long rallies. Djokovic was dominating the baseline rallies as well. So if Djokovic dominates the serve, if Djokovic dominates the baseline, if Djokovic dominates the returns, like he also did, how in hell will Thomas Machac win this match? Absolutely not. So, it was a test for Djokovic, but it was not a huge one. Alright? But still, this was Novak's best performance I've seen him this year at the Australian Open. In the first and second round, I was not deadly impressed from Novak. I will be honest. Here, it was not like Novak was beast mode. It was not like Novak was great mode. It was a good mode Novak Djokovic we saw. And for Thomas Machac to defeat a good mode Novak Djokovic, Thomas Machac needs to play beast mode, which of course was not the case. Thomas Machac, according to me, was average mode. So 7 days in the week, the good mode Djokovic will defeat the average mode Thomas Machac, which absolutely was the case when Novak won 6-1, 6-4, 6-4. Novak did a solid performance, does 9 aces, 4 double faults, lands 65% first serve in. He won 80% when his first serve, so he was really clutch in winning points when his first serve. and that is to do a lot of with Thomas Mach returns as well. Thomas Mach is not the greatest returner, to say the least. But all credit to Novak, he did a great serving performance. He did a great serving performance, really, with winning 80% behind his first serve, which is great. He won 54% behind his second serve, and he did 28 winners and 20 unforced errors. So he does 8 more winners than unforced errors, which is great number for Novak, all right? Compare that with the first 2 matches where Novak was definitely not as solid like he was in this match against Thomas Mach. Did solid. He was average according to me. He does too many unforced errors. He couldn't hit through Novak. He doesn't have that firepower, Thomas Mach. He needs to hit the ball harder to keep hurting a player like Novak. He does 25 winners only, Thomas Mach, the entire match, and 35 unforced errors. He does 10 more unforced errors than winners. With that kind of a number, you will never defeat Novak Djokovic, to say the least. So, even Novak actually was surprised with himself after the match. He said, I didn't expect myself to go through in straight sets. So Novak is not looking super confident, to say the least. He is there, he wants to win the title, but he knows that for him to win the title, he needs to have help. He will never win the title by his own skills. No way in hell. He needs to have good... He needs to have upsets in the draw. Somebody needs to take out Sinner or Alcaraz because he will never defeat them both. He definitely can defeat one of them, and that is mostly Alcaraz. But him defeating both Alcaraz and Sinner, I will be really, really shocked if he did that. And for you, the guys who tell me that I'm a Novak hater, no, I'm not a Novak hater. I am sick and tired hearing this kind of bullshit. Just because I'm honest doesn't mean I'm a Novak hater, all right? So stop with that kind of bullshit on the comment section and calling me a Novak hater, because I'm not a Novak hater. I actually want Novak to go to the final. I really would love to see Novak in the final. I would really love to see Novak lift the trophy. I swear to God, I really would love to see that. I really would love to witness history, a player winning 25 Grand Slam titles. That would have been amazing, especially this late in his career. But that doesn't mean, because just because I want him to win, doesn't mean that I will predict him to win if I don't believe it. Did I believe he will lose in this match? No, I didn't believe that. I just thought that he will I thought that he will not win in straight sets. I thought he will win in 5. But I didn't predict Novak to lose. But he won in straight sets after a solid performance. He needs to have this level. Against Lehechka in the next round, a player that he has faced only once, which was last year in the United Cup, and he won in 3 sets. It was a close 3-setter, all right? So Lehechka is a better player than Mach. Lehechka has more firepower than Mach. Lehechka has a better serve than Mach. Lehechka is better from the baseline than Mach. So Lehechka will give Novak Djokovic a bigger challenge. But I'm still predicting Novak to defeat Lehechka. Exactly like I said before the tournament started. I previewed Novak to go to the quarterfinal, and I will not change my mind. But I think that Lehechka will give Novak a more run for his money. But I believe Novak will win in 4 sets. Especially if Novak keeps this level. Novak has such a great serve. His serve is giving him money. He's winning a lot of points on his first serve, Novak Djokovic, all right? So, but Lehechka, he will be a challenge. I truly believe so, because he's, like I said, he's a better server than Mach. He's a better baseline player than Mach. He has more firepower than Mach. Mach didn't have the firepower, didn't have the serve, didn't have the baseline game to hurt Novak Djokovic. Lehechka have all of that. But that doesn't mean that I believe Lehechka will win. I still believe Novak Djokovic will win. Novak Djokovic, big, huge test will be in the quarterfinal against Carlos Alcaraz. It is there we will see Novak Djokovic real level. And Novak Djokovic, looking exhausted like he did against Mach, he can come away against players like that. He can even come away against players like Lehečka. He can do that. He can do that if he looks exhausted like he did against Mahac in the second set. But that was only the second set, because he actually was a breakdown in that second set. But that doesn't matter, because Mahac, he really never was close in winning one of the sets, to be quite honest. He was the runner-up in that match against Djokovic match in all 3 sets. Even in that second set, when he was a breakup, I knew that, because I can see a tennis match in just 15-20 minutes. I can direct, make my mind up and analyze it and see that this dude is not hurting Djokovic. He's not winning a lot of points when he's first serve. He's not winning a lot of points when he's second serve. I think Mahac won only 38% when he's second serve. That is really weak. You cannot win tennis matches if you are under 30% in winning points when he's second serve. So he won 64% when he's first serve match. Compare that with Djokovic, who won 80% behind the points when he's first serve. Mahac won only 64%. Mahac won 38% behind his second serve. Djokovic was winning 54% when his second serve. So Mahac was landing 63% first serve in. That is okay number. But at the end of the day, Mahac was too weak of a server. All right, that's it. So, and from a baseline, he just couldn't hurt Novak. All right, he was the runner-up in all parts of the game, to be quite honest. In all parts of the game. Lehečka will be a different story. Lehečka he has that firepower, he has the better serve, he has solid baseline game, he really has. But Novak, it is Novak Djokovic, all right? I will not predict Lehečka winning over Novak Djokovic. I will not do that, all right? But Novak, he will need to stay on this level like he was against Mahac, where Novak played really good from a baseline, where he found some great down-the-line backhands. I really love Novak's down-the-line backhands against Mahac, and where Novak was serving really, really good, especially with great spot serving. Novak need to play same kind of a match against Lehečka. He needs to come up with same kind of a performance against Lehečka, maybe even higher, to be quite honest, because Lehečka is a better tennis player than Mahac. But I would still predict Novak winning that match against Lehečka in 4 sets. Novak's big first test, huge first test, will be Alcaraz. But even against Alcaraz, it's not impossible for Novak to win. Because we know Alcaraz is an unbelievable shot maker. And he's the future superstar. He's the superstar already. But he's already all-time great with 4 Grand Slam titles to his name, even though he's only 21 years old. But one thing that Djokovic can hope against Alcaraz, and that can happen, which is not impossible, Alcaraz, we know that he can defeat himself. Djokovic knows that. Even though that Alcaraz is younger than me, Alcaraz is higher ranked than me, Alcaraz is won 2 Grand Slam titles last year in 2024. Alcaraz has defeated me in 2 out of 3 Grand Slam matches that we have played against each other. Novak knows all this, but Novak also knows that Alcaraz can defeat himself with a lot of unforced errors. So Novak Djokovic will absolutely have a chance, even against Alcaraz. He will have. But will I predict Novak defeating Alcaraz? No, I will not. But Novak can definitely prove me wrong. I will not be shocked if Novak proves me wrong. That's it. Let's see how Novak will perform against Lehečka first. Let's see how he will play against Lehečka first, and which kind of a level he will come up against Lehečka first, because that will be also a test for Novak Djokovic. A bigger test than the case was against Mahac. So, there you have it, guys. Novak Djokovic is through to the second week at the Open for the 17th time in his career. He is through to the 4th round for the 17th time in his career. Novak Djokovic, he wants to win this Australian Open for the 11th time. Novak Djokovic wants to win his 25th Grand Slam title. Novak Djokovic is in Melbourne to show to everybody that is, despite that I'm 37 years old, I still can play bloody good tennis and nobody could count me out. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, give it a thumbs up, subscribe and see you next time. Peace.